Welcome to our first Tech Podcast episode. I'm Christo, partner at Division and your host. Today we have a special guest, Kalyan Kuzmunov, the head of MIS at ProCredit Bank, an esteemed international banking institution. Together we'll explain and explore the rise of RegTech and delve into how innovative software solutions are streamlining regulatory compliance in the fintech and banking space. Let's dive in. Kalyan, welcome to the series. How are you?
Hello, Christo. I am very good and thank you for the invitation to be part in your studio and to be able to discuss this, I could say, important topic as for the bank and also for the software development companies, because I believe the future is to work together. So let's dive in this topic.
Thank you. Also, thank you for joining us today. So let's directly jump into the conversation. How do you foresee the role of AI in transforming the landscape of RegTech solutions, and what specific changes or advancements do you anticipate AI bringing to the field of regulatory technology?
Yes, this is a very discussed topic nowadays, definitely. I personally view the role of AI and direct text solutions as being partners for the banks and for the financial sector and help them to solve different difficulties and changes that they need to fulfill and to meet. What I want to mention here is that regulations changed significantly in the last years. We are seeing a huge development there. The demand is increasing. And this basically started after the financial crisis 2008. In the first years after the crisis, the regulator was more concentrated to solve concrete problems in the banks, to strengthening capital positions, to clean the balance sheet of with the problematic loans. But after that, obviously because of the technology development, but also the regulator became more interested in the very detail of the operations in the bank. They wanted to go deep in the concrete transaction, in the concrete contract, and this kind of regulations which are coming nowadays, requiring more and more data that the banks need to collect, either from their clients or either from other sources, and they need to have possibility to store, to collect this information, and after that to process and analyze. This is a huge challenge for the banks, because basically this means that we need to increase our capacity in hardware to collect this information, but also we need solution how to do this and how to analyze and interpret. And here I see the role of the artificial intelligence by basically helping the banks in this process, bringing the data that we need in concrete places and processing and proposing different solutions. For example, one of the changes that were introduced in the last years was new standards for risk management. For example, there was one big regulation which in the beginning the banks think that, oh, this is huge, this is a lot of information. It was about collecting information in order to estimate the losses of the specific contract till the lifetime of the contract.
Interesting.
It required a lot of information. Without technical solution, we cannot do this. It's a huge statistical models which need to forecast in the future what is going to happen. We did it, of course, but with implementing different solutions. And after that, actually more and more regulations are coming in this direction. We know in the moment the ESG and the green transition is the hot topic in the moment, which is expecting to require additional information to be collected. There is a constant development in the information needed for the anti-money laundering in the banks, and so on and so on. Interest risk is current hot topics, because all the changes in the interest rates are triggering also development in this kind of statistical models, which need to predict how the banks will react in this situation. We know that several banks basically went into bankruptcy in the United States recently. I personally believe that in Europe the situation is a bit different because we're not so dependent on some derivative tools which triggers the events in the United States, but still we need to meet this new threat and this new challenge. And technical solutions, artificial intelligence, machine learning definitely will play a role, and they will change the landscape, how the banks are reacting here, how the tools that they're using. What I mean is that after all these regulations were implemented, there are a lot of new companies, technology companies on the market, which propose different solutions, technical solutions, covering different parts of the regulation field.
Yeah.
At one moment, the banks were getting quite confused which tool is more proper, which one to use, which not to use. Artificial intelligence could bring some consolidation here in this field, and to be able that many solutions will be done in one place, in one solution. So we are able to easily assess and to easily choose and to concentrate and work with 2-3 different solutions, which will be more efficient also for our work and for the companies, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I absolutely agree with all you said about the different applications. What I can also share from our experience with the development of different digital products and solutions in this field is that definitely AI and machine learning has a lot of potential. For example, in the use cases of, as you mentioned, anti-money laundering or financing terrorism or others, different models can be trained to recognize patterns in the background screening and transaction monitoring, for example, process almost instantaneously. So all this, of course, in a highly regulated industry, it is humans who actually make decisions at the end. But with AI, we can get better results in real time, and it can also streamline work by automating different common and usually daunting tasks.
Exactly. This is what basically the banks and the financial companies needs.
Yeah.
We don't talking about that human will not be part of the job and the work in the financial sector, but definitely these new requirements which require millions of transactions to be viewed, processed and analyzed is not possible by people to be done this kind of activity, and that's why it's very important this development in the technology. Otherwise, the banks simply cannot do this, and the regulators know this. I believe that all of these changes in the regulations are coming because the regulator knows that there is a solution that can provide this information. In the past, there was no solution, and the bank were reported much less information on an aggregate level. But now with the new development in the last year, this is possible, and everybody now is interested in more and more information.
Definitely. Okay, thank you. As head of MIS, how do you perceive the role of RegTech solutions in transforming the management of regulatory compliance processes compared to traditional methods?
Yes, as I mentioned previously, we need to be partners with the software companies that are providing this kind of solutions because we cannot do it only by ourselves. The role of the RegTech in the banking sector will be really to more and more automatize the processes which cannot be done basically by humans.
Yeah.
Some routine operation that the employees of the banks could spend more time analyzing, taking decision, but not only doing some routine tasks. This is one important role. Another role is that all of these many changes in the regulation requirements. We're talking about hundreds of documents that are new coming or there are constant changes. We need teams of people, compliance officer that need to read this documentation, to analyze and to propose what needs to be done. I believe in the future one role of the RegTech solution will be that this kind of reading and screening the changes could be done by some software solution, and this could eliminate the job from the banks, the employees of the banks, because there's something else. This is not a type of work that is very, let's say, interested for most of the employees. We're talking about basically reading of kind of a bit boring documents, which not everybody wants to spend time with this. And it's difficult to find more people, even nowadays, to do this job. And here the role will be quite significant. We really face difficulties in the banks to following all the changes and to implement it at the time that is required. So any development here will be definitely welcomed in the banking sector.
Okay, that makes sense. And following on this topic, this one application, one site, do you think that on the other side there will be like different employees in the banking industry that will feel at some point threatened or about this changing environment, new technologies, AI or other automation solutions that are actually taking on their jobs? How do you think this will be perceived?
I think that people working in the banking financial sector should not be scared of new technologies, because from what I see from my practice is that they're only supporting us and helping to not only to automatize but also to be more efficient, to do things that we cannot, basically don't have time to do all the things. And the most important here in this topic is the proper communication with the employees and what will be their role with the new technologies which are coming. We have having constant discussions in this topic, because in our bank also using a lot of solutions and more on the pipeline to come. So this is important to discuss with the colleagues, and that they know that should not be afraid of this. Basically, what I see in the banking sector is that there should be three main roles. One is people who are working with the business and basically doing the business in the banks with the clients, loans, deposits. The other role is the risk manager, definitely. Yeah. And the third role is the people who are analyzing, forecasting, and planning the development in the future of the bank and the financial company. Of course, intermediately there are some other positions, but this is the positions that basically the banks need to have, and these are the most important positions. Everything which is coming from the technological point of view just help us and support us in order to do our job better and more efficient.
Yeah, I also agree with you being on the side of the technology company and helping other either banks or financial institutions in the adoption and integration and streamlining their internal process with technology. So, considering the impact of geopolitical factors and sanctions, how do RegTech solutions effectively resolve these issues and enhance compliance practices within financial institutions?
This question is more connected with the anti-money laundering practices in the banks, of course. As you mentioned, this geopolitical situation, the banks are receiving a lot of requests from the regulator for providing information for the clients which are in different suspicious lists for their transactions, operations. This list of clients is changing constantly. And if we don't use some technical solution here, it will be a huge administrative work for the employees in the bank to following all these changes. But there is solutions which even now are able to solve these problems, and I hope every bank is going to use them, at least if not using already.
Yeah, absolutely. We also see like the rise in the usage of similar kind of solutions. So can you provide examples of successful implementations of RegTech solutions within your bank? And how have these implementations improved compliance practices and outcomes? And based on your experience, what key considerations should other financial institutions keep in mind when implementing RegTech solutions? And what advice would you offer them for a successful integration?
We have implemented very many different solutions during the years. Basically, I could say that in the moment we are basically a digital bank. So we have developed possibility for our clients to open accounts and to disbursing loans without physically accessing the bank. So this was developed during the years.
Yeah.
We have identification, distance identification, remote identification of the clients, transferring of documents, different channels developed. But this is only in the field with the customer relations. There are other topics which we have implemented during the years, like software for regulatory reporting, which is the topic that we are discussing. Yeah. Here there are many basically tools on the market which providing this kind of solution to take the data from the core banking systems and to transform it and to produce different kind of reports. It was a challenge to basically to check and to define which proper company that we need to work. But I think we managed to finalize this process and we're quite happy with the solution. For example, there are new regulations that change the data format that the banks need to provide to the central banks. It's a completely new language. It's called XBRL format of data, which is absolutely new as a language, so like a machine language, which many banks basically choose to hire new employees and to teach them how to prepare data in this kind of formats. We believe that this is not the best solution because it's basically a machine language which a RegTech company developing a proper solution to converting data in this kind of format is absolutely enough, and we implemented this kind of solution and we don't have any problems anymore. Regarding what could be advice that could be done to support other companies, I think the bank always being kind of conservative. We have to be, because we're working with a lot of sensitive information, and many years the banks are trying to solve all the issues by themselves. They are trying to have a IT department within the bank which is expected to cover everything. It's impossible anymore, and we know this. But also the other extreme is also not good, because there are companies which outsource completely everything in the IT field to external vendor providers, which is also not okay, because first we need to report to the central bank all of these outsourced activities. Every company need to fulfill specific requirements, data security protection and stuff like this. But also there's all the time changes and some things that you cannot all the time request changes from the external company. So I believe the best decision here is to have on the both sides, to have IT department in the bank which is closely cooperating internally in the bank, and to try to work with not that many, but few providers which can fulfill your needs from the technical solutions. And here also implementing this kind of tool, let's call it, definitely the bank need to be aware that they have to delegate resources from the bank. It's not just choosing a vendor because you are willing to pay them to provide the solution and that's done. It's not like this. We need to delegate resources from the very beginning and to put a clear role of everybody and what is expected to be done during the project. Of course, it's very important to have a very strict roadmap of the entire project with the days and constant communication. This is very important. Constant communication, all the time discussion within different teams, in order these deadlines to be met and the result to be as it expected to be. This for me is the most important thing in implementing a new solution. The technical parts will be done for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you that communication is the key here, and also creating this collaborative environment with for example, your team, the team of the technology company, where everything can be discussed on timely matter, and clear responsibility on each side is definitely the recipe for building a long-term partnership. So this leads to my next question. When assessing and choosing RegTech vendors or software providers, what specific criteria does your bank prioritize to ensure the selection of the most suitable solution for meeting your regulatory compliance needs?
In the beginning, I mentioned that there, in the moment, many companies providing solutions, and for the banks, it's difficult to select and to choose which is the best option for them. Let's say definitely things like security of data, following standards for data protection is very important for us, because this kind of tools definitely require that data, sensitive information from the bank is visible also from the external provider.
Yeah.
This is not unavoidable, basically. So definitely they have to have this kind of security in their solutions. But what is also very important is, in our case, to see that they understand what we need. And this is basically coming by also the software company have some experience working in this area. If not from the beginning, at least they invest also time to get familiar with at least with the regulations. It's crucial for us because when we're talking about specific developments and business requirements, they're very concrete. And if the provider cannot understand us, this discussion could be prolonged very long time.
Yeah.
So experience is very important. In our case, we're looking also, but I can say that not always can find us in every company, that they have also economic or financial expert in their teams, which are also following the changes and implementing the changes in their solutions even before the banks requesting this. Because usually the current practice is that the banks know the changes, they're following it, and they're saying to the vendor that they need to implement such changes in order to be fulfill the requirement. We always ask this question if they have possibility by themselves also to check the changes of the regulation and to implement it. Not always can be achieved, but it is very good if they can at least have some knowledge here in this area. And the other thing that I think is very important is to be flexible, because we always need some changes. It's not only because the banks is needed, but the banks are requested to have these changes. And being flexible is very important for us. Some changes need to be implemented from tomorrow, basically.
Yeah, I completely understand what you're referring to. Okay, in your perspective, what role will RegTech play in shaping the future of regulatory compliance for financial institutions, and what emerging trends or developments do you anticipate in this evolving landscape?
Yeah, we mentioned several things here. RegTech definitely will continue to be partner of the banks. I don't see them as a competitor, but basically partner of solving different problems and challenges that the banks are facing. I think really we're going to have some sort of consolidation in all the tools that are basically flooding the market in the moment. I even think that maybe in some future the regulator itself will basically put some basic criteria for the companies that want to operate in this area, that they need to cover certain criteria, and to have like a list of companies on the market which are eligible, approved from the regulator, and that can provide tools which will be used from the banks in order to provide data to the regulator. And this will make the life of the bank analyst much simple, because really we spend a lot of time at the moment checking different solutions. But definitely the future is to implement, to be more technologically oriented, and the bank will spend most of the time of their employees by their main activities, doing business, doing risk assessment, and forecasting and planning different trends on the market.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It is technology that can actually make our lives easier, but in the end, as we all discussed, it's also humans who actually make the final decision. So this collaboration is the recipe for building sustainable banking and financial institutions and processes. So thank you, Kalyan. It was really a pleasure speaking to you and discussing all those interesting insights from the RegTech industry.
Thank you, Christos, also being part of this.
Thank you. And thank you to all our listeners and subscribers.